life like a Japanese superstar who hits tanks, strikes people out, and blames his translator for his gambling addiction. This is the Educated Ignorance Podcast on the For Frequency's Sake Podcast Network. We start your day, we end your day, and just like Shohei Ohtani, Bo Nix struck himself out 10 times, but he then decided to hit 3 home runs at the end of the game. What a day of football in some aspects. In other aspects, holy
Just
crap.
ass. We just put the ass in aspects for some
Yeah,
of them.
exactly. The ass in aspects was hammered out. I am Joe Winkel, joined as always by my good friend Nick Brincks here on the For Frequency Sake Podcast Network. Brought to you as always by Derm Remodeling and Ryan Allison Tattoo, aka that tattoo guy, as Doug Green said today, live on a rooftop in Davenport, Iowa. Nick, we were literally on the edge of Iowa today. We were a stone's throw away from the river.
And nobody decided to jump into the river. That's good. Bears won, so that took care of 2 out of the 3, and the other was a Chiefs fan, so all is right in his world these days.
Buddy. Oh, baby, we have some hilarious box score stats to read off from that game, that is for sure. We're going to have some fun, as always, or at least we're going to try to. It's so weird how for the last month, Sunday has been the day of football that has made me want to kill myself the least. Whomst would have thunk? And the craziest part, Nick, is I thought the team kind of played pretty mid today, and they won by 12. Have we turned the corner? We will see.
Bad day for a Williams Odunze stack in my DFS, but other than that, good on the Bears.
Hey man, they can run that damn ball though. That's for sure. God. Sometimes
where was that last year when I had Swift on a team?
No shit. We'll talk about them. We'll talk about a lot of things here. Just in general, as always, as we get things off. Nicholas, how are you doing? You look dapper today. You all dressed up. You look like you're about to give
on. Haven't changed.
You look like you're about to give a sermon.
Yeah. I went to church this morning.
In the name of Jesus, the Dolphins are terrible.
They are. I finished with more fantasy points than Tua today. That sums it about that about sums it up.
Yeah, depending on what league you partake in.
Pretty standard scoring. He finished negative. So yeah, that was just pathetic. I mentioned before we went on the air here that I held out just the ever so slightest glimmer of hope. I thought maybe there's some light at the end of the tunnel with the Dolphins in their last 6 games, finishing within a touchdown of the lead in 5 of them. 1-5. I'm like, okay. If something goes right here in the Bills game, they have a shot to win that one. Patriots game, they've got a shot. They played against some pretty good teams early, lost close. I'm not giving up hope yet. It's probably not going to make a playoff run, but you know what? Hey, maybe they can fight their way back to close to 500 and, have some good football to watch later this year. And then today happened. No, we throw them off the rooftop into the river and bury them with their dead Dolphin family. No hope for the Dolphins. If they fired everybody except Devon Achane tomorrow, I'd be like, yep, that sounds about right. That's so yeah. That was my day of football in terms of Dolphin land. And then we come on every Friday or every Sunday night, and it's what kind of bad beat did we hit today? Bijan Robinson needed 8 more yards for me. That would have been pretty cool. Rushing and receiving yards didn't matter. Would have been nice. Had no business not getting them. Went into the fourth quarter, I don't know, 25 short or something. 1-score game. You should feed the man. Did they feed the man, Joe? I think he got like 2 touches in the fourth quarter, and he got most of the 25 yards on those 2 touches.
Yeah, they
needed one more.
They did not feed the man.
Convert the 4th down. I think they get it easily and maybe go on to win that game. Even
That's
if they
a good question.
Even if they don't, they probably kick a field goal later and have the ball back late with with a 1-score deficit instead of 2. So yeah, the Falcons are on my naughty list tonight.
Ooh, that should be like our C block segment. Nick's naughty list. Out here giving me ideas. Oh, I just popped.
There you go.
Oh baby. Yeah, we'll talk about that. I don't think I have takes, but I've just got thoughts, and I need to I need to talk to I need to speak with an adult about them, and you're going to be that adult because I'm confused. Real quick before we go any further, please like the video on whatever platform you're watching on. We really appreciate it. It goes a long way. Click subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. If you really like it, we appreciate that. Tell a friend. To go subscribe to our Substack, forfrequencysake.substack.com. We got a lot of cool stuff over there. We got a billion great articles, betting, a lot of gambling stuff. We cover college football. We're doing previews for we just got done doing previews for the NBA. We will have tips, like gambling tips throughout the week, fantasy football tips, of course. We do write-ups for eliminators. We do waiver wire pickups. So many different things. We're dropping an NBA futures article tomorrow. So there's just a billion and one things to go check out. We really appreciate it. forfrequencysake.substack.com. All right, with all that being said, let's get after the shenanigans. We have a great show for you. Of course, we're going to guess some lines in a little bit. Can Joe Winkel tie the series in Game 7? Tying it in Game 7 is I guess technically it'd be aren't we at like Game 8 technically? 3-2, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it should be because this is what, week 7?
Yeah, so we're at Game 8. No, it's 3-.
Since we
It's
did a
Game
week
8.
0 technically.
Yeah, yeah. It's Game 8 tonight. So yeah, we're out here. Let's see if I can tie the series up tonight. Should be fun. We're gonna talk about some teams that are in some wretched situations. Best loss or best win, worst loss, all those things. But first, let's talk about the game we just watched, the Sunday night game. You mentioned the Bijan stuff. Obviously, it's fun in games to talk about that. Let's talk about the winners first. And I pitched this question to you, my friend. Is this the best coaching job Kyle Shanahan has done in a long list of good coaching jobs he has had in the last handful of years at San Francisco?
I think the jury can be out on it because we're still early, a lot of season left. But if we get to the playoffs and their roster still looks like it does right now, and they're in the playoffs, whether they win the division or not, you win a playoff game. I think absolutely it's got to be right up there. But even so, through 7 weeks, I mean, we know what some teams have done with mostly healthy rosters, and they aren't 5-2. You can point to some other coaches and some other teams, and it's like, yeah, he's done a pretty darn good job. Not everybody on his coaching tree has lived up to the billing, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I think it's a good question, and I think yeah, it's a hell of a job. Hell of a job.
And you can be honest too and say like their coaching staff as a whole. They bring Robert Saleh back on that defense, and honestly, I think it shows that they missed him because they are. I don't think tonight is something which is again we're going to talk Atlanta here in a little bit, and I just need. It's like we're going to have an intervention, okay, about the Falcons. So just put a pin in that. Because I don't know what to do with them right now. But for San Francisco, their defense is not great. They're missing their 2 best players. Whoopsie daisy! I just noticed that. Maybe I just want to be him tonight. I think that uh, uh, they're missing their best players. They're Nick Bosa and Fred Warner. They have holes throughout the entirety of that defense. Bunch of guys are dinged up. not just those two, but and they still make plays. And the offense right now with Mac Jones, they have no. They're like throwing to a bajillion different receivers. They're like Christian McCaffrey is getting is almost getting half of Mac Jones's targets, and Mac Jones is able to do some things well. Tonight, obviously, though, was a Christian McCaffrey game. This was his best game, just pure running the football of the season. 24 carries, 129 yards. I mean, he had almost 200. He had over 200 total yards in this game. Buck 29 on the ground, 72 receiving. Made big play after big play. So, in the end, did this game come down as simply to each team has a super duper star? One of them was better than the other in certain aspects. Yeah, you could say that to a degree. McCaffrey was twice as good as Robinson tonight from a yardage perspective. But I think in a holistic standpoint, the way the Niners are just kind of able to continue to hold this thing together with Gorilla Glue is pretty impressive. And Shanahan knows how to, he can get about half a cup's worth of blood from the stone, but he knows how to get that entire half cup on a weekly basis. You know what I mean? And he's going to do that. And sometimes right now they just kind of have to hope it's enough at the end of the day to win. And tonight it was more than just enough. It was enough and then some.
I was super impressed. I mean, all season, although McCaffrey, from a fantasy perspective, he's been getting points, not like he had been. And I know the morning show is the fantasy focus, not so much us. But tonight, the running game was a factor, and they mentioned it throughout the broadcast. Just getting Kittle back seemed to make such a big difference for their blocking schemes and things like that. Whenever he touched the ball, he was gaining 5, 6, 7 yards every time he touched it, felt like. And they were using a lot of inside runs, which they hadn't done as much this year. And they had been under 3.5 yards a carry, and they were way better than that tonight. So I think getting Kittle back, even though I don't even think he caught a pass tonight, but they certainly loved having him in the passing game. I think maybe one catch, if that. So they liked having him back for that, and it made a difference. And, And as far as I know, they didn't lose any more players to catastrophic injuries this week, right?
No, whom would have thunk that they actually got through an entire game without.
So you get the win and you get a small win there too.
Yeah, honestly, we should count that as 2 wins for them.
Yeah,
they're 6-2. The Niners are 6-2. All right, let's talk about Atlanta. Nick, I really want to believe this team can be good, man. But here's the thing. I don't know whether I know their O-line's dinged up, so I don't know if it's the O-line. Their center from last year, they were a good O-line last year. Their center is on the Bears, who decided he didn't know how to snap a ball a few times today, which was weird. But other than that, he's been really good. Their 2 tackles are basically gone. One's out for the year. The other's currently in and out of the lineup. So maybe it's the O-line. I don't know. Maybe it's Penix just not being good enough, and I just, for some reason, with this team, can't see it. I think he can make throws. He can sling it. He has his flaws, but, everyone's got flaws, mostly. Maybe it's the coaching staff. Maybe they don't know how to mirror play calling. They don't know how to scheme things up. I don't know. I also know what the play calling, that first half, Nick, coming out of the first drive coming out of the second half. Holy shit. They went right down the field. They ran like 9 plays. I was like Chris Collinsworth level moaning on the couch for like over half of them. The play that I was doing the old Chris Collinsworth. The play design, the way they were, manipulating angles and, leveraging with how they were getting guys open in space. It was like, holy shit, when this works, it works. And they know how to feed their guys. Kyle Pitts has come back to life. Drake London, superstar. Bijan Robinson, one of the best players in the league. They know how, and they pepper him. They put targets on those guys all the time. But then you just have these drives where it's like, dude, I don't know what's your identity? I mean, they're clearly not a tough team. They line up in 4th and 1. They don't just kind of keep it on the ground and lean forward with one of their two. Like Bijan's a superstar, and Algier is kind of a bulldog running back. You would think at least give it to him, but also too, like, I mean, the throw was there. It was a little late, but it was there. The guy on defense just made a good play, and their defense has improved, but they still have some bad players on it that just make bad mistakes. Like number 55, he was really bad tonight. So I don't know, man. I mean, maybe I'm making excuses. I just don't know with this team. There's a reason that I took Niners minus 1.5 and $100 picks. It was because I said to myself, Atlanta, even though you had that big win on Monday night against Buffalo, I need you to prove to me that you can win a big game like this on the road. Because last time you played on the road, you went to Carolina and you lost 30-0. Show me you can do it. And they didn't. And there were moments in this game I thought they were going to, man. I just, like, they had that 19-play drive in the first half, and they only got a field goal out of it. And remember in the week 2 against Minnesota, how many drives did they have that were like 10 to 15 plays that just ended with field goals? Like, it's like they can't marry stuff together. It's just, I don't know, man. I do not know with this team. I want to believe they can be good, but goddamn, it's not frustrating. It's confusing. Does that make sense?
They kind of feel right now like the NFC's version of the Jaguars. You just don't know which team's going to show up on Sunday.
That's a great That's a really good pull by you.
After beating the Bills and then, getting pantsed here a couple times the last couple weeks, and especially today on their home turf across the pond.
Yikes. Ooh. Buddy. Not good, Bob. Not good. And remember when the Jags were 4-1? Pepperidge Farms remembers. So yeah, man, I don't know where Atlanta goes from here, but they're not dead in the water by any means. They're gonna be around, but man, I guess I look at them and I think they got too many good players to be average. And sometimes they just really, really play average. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah. I think they just needed to get the ball to Bijan a little bit more, at least 8 more yards, and they would have been fine. They probably would have won.
He's not petty at all, guys. He's not.
Not at all.
While Nick's over here demeaning his losses, who has two thumbs and went 3-0 today on NFL $100 picks?
There you go.
After a 1-3 day yesterday in the college world. I tried I put in the 100. I don't know if you saw the graphics I posted on Friday, but if you looked on mine, there was this one bet that just had like 3 things. I tried I tried a escalator stairway to heaven in the Ole Miss Georgia game. And I can't even say we were almost there because the 2 out of the 3 were not really close. But we did basically Ole Miss plus 4.5 in the first half, Georgia to win the third quarter, and the first half under, and the last 2 of those did not win. And we were like 1 score away from the first half under being there, but we tried to get very creative. But the $100 picks on Saturday did not go good. The ones today, good job. Go team. Niners helped me out. We laid it with the Eagles and we held our nose and they paid off. And then maybe I have to tip whoever sabotaged the Green Bay Packers aircraft for helping me get Cardinals plus 6.5 across the finish line.
I mean, borderline Cardinals money line was the better play today.
It was there. But do you know the crazy thing is? I'm sitting here while they have the lead most of the game. you have a pick. You know that you have a pick where you put hard-earned American dollars on the Arizona Cardinals, and you are sitting there thinking, "Oh, I can't wait to see how they fuck this up the
Oh
entire
yeah.
time."
Oh yeah.
Like, like it's 23-20, and I'm like, "Oh fuck, dude, Green Bay's gonna tie this." And then they're going to lose by 7 because they're going to give the ball right back, and then they're going to go score. I'm like, God damn it, we're going to get bad beated here. And then once they got in the goal line, I'm like, I don't want Green Bay to win because it'd be funny if they lost. But if Green Bay scores a touchdown, the only way we lose this is if like if some dumb shit happens. So just Green Bay just score. We're bringing it home, and then they scored, and then I was like, okay, Jacoby Brissett, please don't let me down. And then he didn't. So we felt decent about that.
For me, on top of the Bajan miss today, coming up just short, the last 2 weeks, I had touchdown parlays ruined by Javonte Williams last week, and 2 weeks ago, Keenan Allen. Of course, they both go off today and score touchdowns and have big days and just dangle it in front of me.
I mean, you were right. They scored, just not on the right week.
I gotta complain to the book. I meant this week.
Exactly.
Can I get a refund?
Yeah. Can I get a hot tub? I just wish you understood that reference because that would make me feel good.
Yeah,
There was
I
this
didn't.
there was a State Farm commercial years ago where they would do like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, and then the agent would pop up. And they do the jingle. They said do the jingle, and then they do like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, and then they'd be like with a something, and then it would pop up.
Oh
And
yeah.
yeah, and the person was like, one person was like a good neighbor, State Farm is there with the sandwich, and the sandwich pops up. They're like, do the jingle. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there with something. Then this other guy wished for something, and then this third guy's just like, and can I get a hot tub? And then boom, a hot tub appears.
I guess I haven't heard that one.
Great times. Things you remember in your childhood. All right. I tried to teeter the line in my brain. Well, actually, no. I'll ask you. I'm gonna hey, I'm lobbing it up to you. Do you want to go? Maybe, and I'm hoping we're on the same page here. Do you want to talk about the best or AKA craziest game of the day first, or do you want to talk about the best win of the day first?
We'll go first. Game of the day.
The New York Giants officially had the worst choke job in NFL history today. Coming into today, over 1,000, almost 1,100 teams. I don't remember the exact number. It was like, I think it was like 1076 maybe. Regardless, almost 1,100 teams carried an 18-point or more lead in the final 6 minutes in an NFL game. All of them had won, except today. That team is the New York Football Giants.
I think my favorite thing about it, obviously, there's an epic collapse on multiple fronts. Defensively, you give up 33 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Jackson Dart's interception was a backbreaker. I mean, it shouldn't have been a play. It shouldn't have been a play that, ended it because you're still up 10 and your defense can make a play or a plays.
But dude, if
and
they
then there's
just
the defense.
Imagine if they just ran the ball. I mean, you're not thinking that, but imagine if they just ran the ball there and punted. You have to make them go the length of the field instead of the interception puts them on the doorstep.
Yeah, and then there were, I think, 2 missed extra points today by the Giants.
They miss an extra point on their second touchdown or their first touchdown. They get the game winner, literally aided by penalty. Listen, people were mad at the roughing the passer penalty. Homie got the first down. It was 4th and 19. Good job by Dart to step up. He found our old boy Wandale Robinson. He got to the 45. It was a first down. The roughing the passer penalty, though, was bad, and it gave him 15 yards. And then the NFL called and said, "Hey, yo, Roger, we need this is Big Hoss 1 coming from the command center, And we need this Jackson Dart, Cam Scatterboot narrative to continue. So we need you to do some shenanigans here. And Nick, I'm sure you'll agree, we saw the worst defensive pass interference call in the history of defensive pass interference calls because that was corruption. And I guess the way the game ended is ball don't lie, I guess, because they didn't score, and which I can't even say like it's corruption because I think the refs are just terrible, obviously, because Dart scores on the next play. It's so clear he got in, but the side judge marks him down at the 2, and then they have to review it. I'm like, what are we looking at? And then Bo Nix like throws it to the wrong guy, but it's still complete. Then he throws it to another guy. The Giants defense just gave up after, I forgot to mention, they missed the extra point because Graham Gano's on injured reserve for the second year in a row. And yeah, nightmare. I mean, one of the worst losses I've ever seen. And I don't know, man. That's Maroon. That's a tough one.
And on the when the Giants retook the lead, they converted a 4th down and 19 on a pass.
Yeah.
But that looked like it clearly only went 18 yards, and I don't think they reviewed it.
No. So that was what I was talking about. I think he picked it up. I think he got to the 45.
Oh, you think he did? Okay.
Yeah, because he's only got to get to the 45. If you look at, he's short of the yellow line.
Okay, I didn't look any further than the yellow line.
He's short of the yellow line, but you got to think.
But
they kicked it out
of
the end zone, so it starts at the 35.
Got it.
He got to the 45, but also there was a roughing the passer penalty on that play, so they were getting a first down no matter what.
Okay.
So
I was not watching it live. I was following a few plays here, a few plays there on my phone, so I saw the replay later. I just assumed they gave him the first down on the play. I didn't realize that was the one with a flag too. But yeah, I think I can recall the PI call you're talking about because I know one of the late games I saw a terrible pass interference call and I was like, that was not PI. I don't remember it being in the Giants game, but maybe that was the one. I was watching NFL Network at the time, and maybe they showed it or something. But
it was, yeah, what a disaster. And listen, I don't know what teams I don't on today's episode of teams I don't know what to do with. The Denver Broncos, like, I haven't put them in the top 10 yet at all. They're 5-2, and Nick, I'm still not going to put them in the top 10. The Packers are 4-1-1, and the Broncos are 5-2. They're combined 9-3-1, and neither one of them are top 10 teams to me. Like, I'm sorry. Maybe they're going to have to be just because I'm going to run out of slots. But, I mean, they don't impress me at all. Bo Nix, bro.
We got Shania Twain in the house tonight. That don't impress me much.
Yeah. Bo Nix was so bad in the first half that Denver Broncos fans on Twitter were starting to say that they were starting to say things like this. Man, we just need to run the 2-minute offense all the time. It looks so good. Or, man, Sean Payton, he's bad at play calling, man. Nah, man. When you're doing that, you know what that really means? Your quarterback sucks ass. And that's what Bo Nix is. He's ass. Mega ass. He's not good. Now, listen, credit to him. Moxie on the kid. In Philadelphia, down 17-3, 15-0 run, fourth quarter, wins the game. Big nuts Bo. At home, 33-burger in the fourth quarter. Good job, Bo. Made some plays. However, on a down-to-down basis, Nick Brincks, I'm sorry, Bo Nix is butt. Bo is butt. And at the end of the day, I'm not scared of this Broncos team on a bit larger narrative level until proven otherwise. The Eagles win, incredibly impressive. Still not enough for me to be like, oh, look at this. Today, incredible way to find a way to win. The comeback was wild, but just looking at a grand scheme of things, I don't think this team is special. But people are going to. The only reason I'm like soapboxing this right now to a certain degree, Nick, and I think you'll agree with me, but tell me if you think I'm wrong, by all means, speak up. I just think people are going to talk themselves into holy shit, the Broncos leading the AFC West. They're alone in first place. The Broncos, 5-2, second best record in the AFC. Oh my goodness, it's the Broncos. Look at how clutch they are. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm just sitting here like, nope, don't do it. Don't fall for this mess because I can name four, or as shitty as the AFC is right now. And by God, that shit stank, don't it? Shout out to LeBron James and Vine. Um, Shout out to Vine. Good Lord, I'm aging myself. But I can name at least like 4 or 5 AFC teams I think are better than them.
The thing about Denver right now is while it's cool on any given day to come back from, 19 in the fourth quarter or down, what was the score at one point? Was it 26 nothing or was it 26 to
It was
8
it was
or
19-0, then 19-8, then 26-8.
okay, so it's 26 to 8 with like 6 or 7 minutes left. You can do that a time or two. Like they've done it twice now where they kind of pulled wins out of their ass by late comeback. But that's not stuff that is sustainable. And the best teams just aren't falling down by 2 scores in the fourth quarter. Now, hell, I mean, credit to you. You got it done. But yeah, I understand where the lack of confidence in their 5-2 record when it could easily be 3-4 if they don't have just this giant rabbit that they just pull out of their ass on multiple Sundays in October, you know? So I understand where you're coming from. I don't think I'm quite as low on Bo Nix as you are, but I understand the sentiment.
Maybe maybe I was a little too mean, but came back from 26-8. I mean, put up 33 and a quarter. Deserves some love, but
I mean, he's at the point where he's almost got more fourth quarter comebacks from double digit losses or double digit deficits than like my quarterback just throws that many interceptions every week. So it's like I'd take 2 fourth quarter comebacks like that versus 2 interceptions a week.
No, I agree.
You know?
I I he's I'm not saying I'm no way trying to say that he's. I mean, I said he's ass, but I'm not trying to say he's not a starter. He's a starter. He's somewhere between the 14th and the 22nd best quarterback in the league. Well, that's a little too high. I would not put him 14th. He's somewhere between the 18th and the 25th best quarterback in the league. It's just I'm overcorrecting because a lot of people over the next week are going to be like, "Holy shit, the Broncos double twisty glug glug, cup the balls, all that type shit." I just want everyone to take some Here's the chalice of supremacy. Here, and it's do you want to know what it's full of, Nick? It's full of settle down juice. And that's what I'm going to give a bunch of people talking about the Broncos for the next 7 days. That's all I'm saying. Okay. I say I'm about to sound like a hypocrite. Nick,
Let's
let's talk about the best win today. I think you know where I'm going to go. All right. Huh?
And before you even begin,
Yeah.
I'm gonna slap you in the face if you say Bears.
Why would I say that?
I was just hoping you weren't gonna set that up and say it was the Bears.
No, God,
Okay,
no.
okay, good. No, I didn't think so, but that's why I was gonna come through the computer screen and slap you. Let me recap. Looking at the day,
If they would have hung like 40 and won 40-14 instead of 26-14, maybe. But
win of the day.
You'll see it.
I mean, I'd say
What part of the world? What coast?
Oh, Colts. Colts in LA? Is that what you're saying?
Nick Brincks, I ask you the question. I'm gonna sound like a hypocrite, but fuck it.
Yep,
Are
I'm
the
all in. I
are
like
the
what
in
they're doing. I
are
think
the in?
they're legit, and I think they are the best.
Uh, I gotta
I
ask.
haven't seen enough to say no. They're not the best team in the league.
I wasn't gonna ask that. I was gonna ask this
That's where
question.
I'm putting them. But go ahead with your question.
Are the Indianapolis Colts elite? Because I think they're elite. I said it. I can't believe I just said it. Oh my god.
I think
Oh,
they
I
are.
just said those words. That
Well,
means it
yes,
has
the
to be
Chargers
true.
did attempt to come back today. They still came up 14 points short, and that when I look at Indy, where is the weakness? It's not the running game. It's not
Brother.
the offensive line. Daniel Jones is playing really damn good football.
They
That defense is really good.
they scored the
I don't know.
football
Maybe
on
does their
every
punter suck
meaningful
because he doesn't get
drive.
used very much? I don't know.
It's insanity, bro. Their offense is so good. Their offense is so sick. Like I am at a I'm I'm waving the white flag. I have no more words, bro. Like this is me waving. I'm waving surrender on whatever island that was skeptical. Not even to say that I was still skeptical, because here's what I've settled into. This team fucking slaps, dog. And listen, could
They
it all
check the
come crashing
boxes.
down tomorrow?
Hmm.
Absolutely. But for right now, I'm not going to be one of those people. Again, I'm going to sound like a hypocrite. I'm because I just ripped the Broncos to shreds. I'm not going to be one of those people that sits here and goes all doomy and gloomy. But because here's the difference. The Broncos have some hilariously stupid wins. Now the Colts also have one. Look at week 2 against the
Hmm.
Broncos. The Broncos could be 6-1 right now. Just think about that if it wasn't for literally a terrible call. Anywho, against
If
this
if
team.
if the universe was correct,
Yeah.
the Broncos would be 4-3. They would have beat the Colts, but they would have lost to the Eagles, and they would have lost today.
e-
When you look at the
Exactly.
Broncos, they are a 4-3 team, but they're 5-2.
That is a
You
fair
win
you
some, you lose some.
you know what you just did? Made a whole lot of fucking sense. But I watched the Colts today. I have them up on the quad box, and every time I look up, it's an explosive play. Daniel Jones is finding someone over the middle. Jonathan Taylor is just ripping through the defense, and he's ripping through the defense because the Colts offensive line has large men, large, and they move bodies all over the universe. Like Quentin Nelson. Holy shit. He's so good at football. Like, oh my God. It's so fun that that dude is is on a team that matters again, because my God, he's amazing. Um and yeah, Daniel Jones just averaging almost like 300 yards a game, kind of sort of just ripping it. 288 today, 23 of 34. Tyler Warren literally plays every position. Um, didn't have
Hey, I
to
remember when
today.
Miami had a chance to draft him. They passed on him.
They did because Miami had pick 13, right?
I think so. I think he went the pick before them,
Yep. No. Well,
or close, or
he
something,
went
or
the or
it was
they
pick
went the
after.
pick.
I mean,
They went the yeah, he went the pick after Miami.
yeah, that's what I meant.
Fun. Yeah, dude. Oh, and to top it all off on the offensive side, they have the offensive player of the year. It's Jonathan Taylor with a bullet. With a bullet. A large one that goes through your skull. A bullet. Jonathan Taylor is the offensive player of the year. He's been phenomenal. 3 touchdowns today. Their defense, like the fact that they're able to have they just snipe Lou Anarumo from the Bengals because they're like, here's this elite defensive coordinator. We're gonna fire him because our personnel is dog shit, and we're gonna blame this guy for it. He just goes to the Colts. Their corners are all injured. Doesn't matter. They're able to hold up enough. They get 2 interceptions today. Their defense, they're running crazy pressures. They're getting sacks. They're doing cool stuff. I I'm not going to put them in the top. They might crack the top 4 in the Elite 8, depending on how the Bucks Lions game goes tomorrow. But man,
But they are the highest rated AFC team in your Elite Eight, right?
no, because if the Bucks lose tomorrow, then the Chiefs are going to be number one overall. I can't. I just can't. I don't care if they're 4-3. They're the best. They're the best team. The Chiefs are the best team in the AFC. And after the last couple games, the gap is pretty substantial.
I know it's not the Bills. They are actually showing to be fairly mediocre.
Their defense is way.
But
Josh has had
I
some
would
bad
love to
games,
see
and
I
their
would love to
defense
see a
is way too
Colts
hurt.
Chiefs matchup tomorrow. I I think I would take Indy on that side. But you sounds like you would take KC in that matchup. And that's fine.
Where's the game played?
Well,
Is it?
just neutral. Just in general.
I would probably put the Chiefs are like at least a field goal to somewhere between 3.5 and 5.5 on a neutral field.
Okay.
Against them. But I mean, that's still. I mean, that's a competitive game. I just think the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs would be able to exploit the weaknesses on the Colts right now, and that's their secondary. Their secondary is pretty beat up. But their Colts are still really good. I think they're the second best team in the AFC right now. And the fact that it's October 19th and we are saying the Indianapolis Colts, quarterbacked by fucking Daniel Jones, are the second best team in the American Football Conference, I am flabbergasted. Never saw this coming.
So you say for the AFC, you're talking KC, Indy.
Then I would
Who's
go
your number
Buffalo.
3?
I would probably then go Buffalo.
See,
The problem I have with Buffalo right now, Josh.
I'm taking New England over Buffalo.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Honest, I mean they've already beat them.
They did, and
And
it was in Buffalo.
the Patriots are winning games convincingly. Buffalo is pulling everything. I mean, I feel like everything's close. And
That's true, man. I
I
mean,
I'm putting New England number 3 in my AFC hierarchy myself. Whether or not you do, and obviously not necessarily playoffs because you can't.
God, it's
We
tight.
could say Patriots, Bills 3 and 4. Obviously for the playoffs, it couldn't be that way. But for this, I would welcome it. But yeah, I would say I would take New England. I would probably go Indy, KC, New England for me. My top 3. And
Yeah,
then Buffalo 4.
because this isn't even I'm doing like from an Elite Eight basis, which is like half power rating, half resume. That's kind of how I do that ranking.
Yeah.
So obviously, like certain teams are always going to be power rated above others. So on a power rating basis, the Colts are not better than Buffalo. They're not better than Kansas City. They might not even be better than Baltimore right now, which is hilarious. Can't wait to talk about guess the lines in a little bit. That'll be fun. But the the Colts are better right now, I think, easily than the Bills and the Patriots. I probably would have the Patriots and Bills 3 and 4 in some order. I think the Bills are good still, obviously. Josh has just had a couple weird games, and their defense is very, very, very not good. Like they need to trade for like a D back, and like they need to find someone. They they need to trade for like multiple defensive backs because it's horrific on that side of the world right now for them. But yeah, all that to say, the Indianapolis Colts rip, and I enjoy watching them, and I never thought that would be the case. They're fucking really good. Moving on. You want to talk about some sad teams? Let's talk about some sad teams.
Also,
So,
we don't have to dwell on it
yeah.
for time's sake. But I thought what the Cowboys did today was impressive. To me, the Cowboys might actually be good. I'm not going to say, a top 3 or 4 or maybe 5, but I think they can make a splash, and their record, they're not bad. I mean, 3-3-1 leaves a little to be desired, but I'm I don't hate what the Cowboys are doing right now.
They are in the cluster of the middle of the league with teams. This is the tier. If you're not just doing tiers, but you're doing like gluttonous tiers, they're like you're breaking it into thirds, or like fourths, like contenders, fringe contenders, fringe contenders, the middle, and then like the depths of hell. They're in the middle, and they are in the middle with teams like this, the Jacksonville Jaguars, this iteration of the Los Angeles Chargers. In my opinion, well, damn it. Maybe the Chargers and the Broncos are in that like fringe playoff contender era. Washington, they are in that realm with the Chicago Bears, the Minnesota Vikings, the Carolina Panthers, the Atlanta Falcons. You know what I mean? Probably the Niners, just because of how beat up they are. So like they're in that kind of gluttonous middle-ish range of the league that isn't quite yet a playoff contender and not really, of course, a title contender. But today was impressive, and their defense actually looked pretty good. Washington, yikes! Do you know how it's funny? Really quickly, you're not on Twitter that much, I assume, but all of a sudden, whenever your team plays, like whenever the Bears play a team, all of a sudden, like maybe it's just because I follow a bunch of Bears people and random Bears fans and accounts, and they kind of hunt fans or accounts of other teams they play. I found out really quickly how petty and ignorant Washington Commanders fans are, and it was fun to watch their demise the last 6 days. To watch us beat them, and then to watch them get absolutely fucking flatlined today. That made my heart happy. So fuck the Commanders. I just said that.
Interesting stat as I look at the NFC. 12 of the 16 teams are 500 or better.
It's
And
crazy.
nine of them are above 500. That's pretty wild. On the
It's
AFC side, only 8 are 500 or better, if I did my math right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. NFC is a little bit stronger.
yeah. The Bears right now are 8th. The Bears are 4-2. They've won 4 in a row, and if the season ended today, they still wouldn't be in the playoffs.
Hey, what happened the last time the Bears started 4-2, Joe?
Well, listen. Let's just hope that uh, whoever plays quarterback for the Ravens next week. God damn it! Damn it! I just realized they started 4-2, and then their next game was played in the Maryland, Greater Washington D.C. ish area. They play in Baltimore next week. Oh fuck! Here we
A
go again.
desperate team that should be a little closer to full strength, right?
Who knows? What can go? Hey! What can go wrong? Right? Right?
Nothing.
Not a damn thing.
Or maybe it should be like this.
All right, Tyreek. He might not even play next week. They're very injured at corner. Oh boy. Their defense is balling right now, though. The Bears are living in a variance world, and you know what? I'm enjoying it. Offense needs to be better next week, though. At least, well, passing game needs to be better next week if they want to win. There's some dire straits situations in the NFL right now, my friend. We kind of touched on the Dolphins. You know what? Remember how I'm going to apologize to the world because last time you and I talked, we did guess the lines, and I said the Dolphins being underdogs were very weird because, if you actually did break it down, you know what? Even though I disagreed, you're right. The Dolphins are X amount of plays away from being a certain record compared to the record they have, and the Cleveland Browns have showed us they've been nothing but hot garbage. Here's why Vegas was right. Because
they started the game and we witnessed it.
That's true.
Yeah,
but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Last week, Tua did the press conference where he basically said, players were late to meetings and all this bullshit. You remember that, right? You remember the Tua press conference last week?
Oh, yeah. I didn't watch more than a couple clips of it, but yeah, I heard it.
So he did that. You would think that some bad stuff would happen, right? Well, the team played today. The Miami Dolphins played we want our coach to get fired game. And that's what they played. And I should have seen it coming. Thank God that I didn't pick the Dolphins in any sort of picks or put money on them or whatever, because they showed up to Cleveland and they got blasted. The question I ask you, Nick, Dolphins fan, more of a Dolphins. Well, I mean, I don't know. We're both Dolphins fans. You're it's probably more than me because at this point, because I'm invested, but my emotions have died from this team. They have ripped my heart out, and I just can't care about them anymore. But I will ask you: are the Dolphins firing their head coach in the next 24 hours? Was today the last day of the Mike McDaniel era? He benched his quarterback today, by the way. Quinn Ewers played in an NFL game because Tua Tagovailoa was embarrassingly bad.
I won't say that I want to see it happen, but I will say if it happened more now than any point before now, I would be like, okay, I'm okay with it. That's fine. So yeah, I don't know if I would flip the coin and say, yeah, he should or will, but he's closer than he's ever been. No doubt about it. Um, when he is he's supposed to be this offensive genius, and the offense is so ass. He what else does he offer you as a head coach? Like we see guys like Mike Vrabel and stuff where I'm like, dude, I love that guy. There are just some coaches that you're like, you know what? What a hell of a coach. I wish he was on my team. I don't. There are 31 NFL teams out there. I don't think anyone would be like, yeah, I want Mike McDaniel coaching my team. So, and if he did get fired, I don't think there's a head coaching job for him. What has he done recently to even be worthy of an OC job somewhere? When his one trick pony was 2023 and they were fantastic, but then when people figured him out, they've been broken since. So, yeah, I'm mostly indifferent, but before this week I would have said you don't need to fire him. But now I'm at the point where it's like I will accept whatever fate comes their way.
At this point, they deserve it. At this point, I mean, it's just plain and simple. They deserve it. Whatever happens at this point, like they are a disaster. It's it's embarrassingly bad. Um, hold on. What the hell? Oh, okay. Next. So the Titans obviously fired their coach. That didn't show it look like it helped today. They are so bad, by the way. Good lord. Um, I want to talk about the Las Vegas Raiders for a second. I have some stats to read. Do you want me to read some stats? I have a diagram. Are you ready for the diagram?
Let's do
Okay, here we go. Oh boy. Of course the Chiefs won today, 31 to nothing. Hey, buddy, good friend, buckle up. First downs. Kansas City 30. Las Vegas 3. Third down efficiency 9 of 15 to 0 for 7. Total plays Kansas City 77. Las Vegas 30. 30 plays. Total yards. Oh boy. Kansas City 434. Las Vegas 95. Time of possession 4208 to 1752.
Do this one. Chiefs first downs versus Raiders plays.
Even. And here's the wildest stat of them all. They did all of that, and the Chiefs pulled their starters in the third quarter like it was a fucking mercy clock high school game. That is, I mean, that's wow. I did not think I thought the Raiders could be punchy. I never thought they would be great, but I never saw them being this bad. And the Chiefs obviously, oh boy, they have found a gear right now that is sick. And Mahomes is balling, and he's got all of his toys. And Rasheed Rice, hey, guess who looks good, guys? Rasheed Rice looks good. Uh, but yeah, man, the Chiefs were awesome today. They were great. But dude, the Raiders are a disaster. It's a nightmare. And they're 2-5, and it looks a whole of a lot better than 1-6. And the only reason for that is they played the Titans last week.
I will say the upcoming schedule for the Chiefs looks fun. Next Monday's Commanders game that may not be as fun as it could have been if Daniels is out. I don't know how significant his injury was, but then we get the always classic Chiefs Bills. Chiefs Broncos. We'll learn about the Broncos that night. And then November 23rd, prelude to Thanksgiving. Colts Chiefs. That'll be fun.
In
So we get to
Kansas
see the
City.
Chiefs and the other best teams in the AFC all here in their next 4 games. So that should be fun. All they're missing is the Patriots.
There you go. I'm trying to think. Let's see. What's the Sunday night game week? So this is week 12. What's the Sunday night game? Ooh, never mind. That's not getting flexed out. That's a good one. It is Bucks at Rams, week 12.
Ooh. What's the current Sunday night game? Or was that was the
Yeah,
current one? Oh,
yeah. Because I
okay.
was
Yeah,
thinking,
okay.
could
Got it.
Colt,
Got it.
because Colts Chiefs is one of the few non-primetime games for the Chiefs, and I was
Oh.
thinking, could that game get flexed into like a Sunday night game? But
Yeah,
nope.
it's hard to bump an already
Awesome game.
that could also be like number 1 versus number 2 in some worlds.
Exactly. There's like no bad Sunday night games. Like even like in a couple weeks, I mean, maybe the 1 and 2 weeks could get flexed out. It's Seahawks at Commanders, but like the game that it would probably be replaced with is like ugh, Colts Steelers. Probably not because they're going to what you call it next week. And if Jaden's back, that game will be fun. So yep, just love looking at some possibilities there. Regardless, um, I'm trying to. Okay, so the Raiders are a nightmare. The Saints, they got stuffed in a locker a bit today. Nothing crazy with like the coaching. I thought the Cardinals for the second straight week have like showed themselves well after the disastrous loss to Tennessee, but still they're 2-5. I think those are the only. I put that segment together. Obviously Tennessee. Oh, whoopsie daisy. The New York Jets. Oh boy, nightmare fuel. People are trying to say that everyone's trying to be like, calm down. Dan Campbell was 0-8-1, blah blah blah. They're trying to say this is the same situation that Aaron Glenn is in, and I don't know, man. Maybe, could be. I think you have to give Glenn at least a second year, but dude, it's bad. It's really bad right now for the Jets.
Let me ask you this question.
Hmm.
Under 2 minutes to go. You do have all your timeouts. 4th down and 10 inside your own 20. Do you punt it there?
How much time was left? Because I
Under
saw
2
people.
minutes. So you punt it away, and they're going to get the ball at midfield. Possibly field goal range without hardly doing anything. Best case scenario for you, you get the ball back right where you're at with no timeouts left and a 7-point game. Chances are they'll either kick a field goal or milk the clock, and you won't get it back. Did he have that little faith in his offense? It's like I get it sometimes when it's like 4th down and 19 and you're like, all right, we've got our timeouts. We'll take our chances that the defense can make a stop because it's 4th and 19. But 4th and 10, granted, can the Jets, do they have a play that can get 10 yards? I don't know if they do. But I feel like there are there are there are some inexcusable punts. It's not the worst I've ever seen, but that's iffy because what happened after they punted? They were down 7,
Mhm.
and did they get the ball back? I don't even know.
Nope.
Did the Panthers kick a field goal or did they just milk the clock?
They just killed the clock.
Yeah. So Grant, now on the other side, I can understand you've only given up 13 points. Maybe your defense can make a stop, but then again, you get the ball back with a minute and a half max, and in the same spot on the field, no timeouts. So, but no, I had just seen a tweet earlier that said he's going to be a one and done coach because of moves like that.
Yeah, he's had some struggles, but hey, in his defense, Dan Campbell also had a lot of management issues as a rookie head coach. So I don't know. I'm not trying to compare Aaron Glenn and Dan Campbell. It's just funny that I've seen that a lot the last couple of days, and even I like Aaron Glenn, but I'm like, there's a lot of bad stuff with the Jets. Sorry, I had a moment. Okay, Carolina Panthers 4-3. Whomst would have thunk? Ready to guess some lines?
Let's do it.
It is a 3-2 to 2 you. And last week I crushed it. 10-4 win. Cut the lead to 2. Bye weeks. Nicholas starts our first bye Mageddon. Oh, by the way, do you go ahead, pull out your Sharpie. I need you to cross off the Miami Dolphins.
Oh yes, yeah. We'll cross them off tonight.
Okay.
They are toast.
Okay.
Officially. Clearly, my expectations were not high when I buried the flag before the season ever started.
That is true. You clearly had an agenda.
I did have that going at least.
So I think we're even on cross-offs now. No, you have more than me still. Saints, Jets, Titans, Giants. More on that in a minute. Raiders, Bengals, Cardinals, Cleveland, and then you had the Dolphins. I feel so. Don't we feel today? Listen, like I said, we can never uncross off a team. Sometimes if we do, we just like if they. I don't think it'll ever happen. But the Giants lost today. Did make me think of, hey, crossing them off felt like a genius when I did that. Because if they would have held on, they would have been 3-4. I would have been like, oh, maybe we called the time of death a little too soon.
Yeah, I feel like the NFC is just way too top heavy for them to make a playoff push. I still think they're going. Yeah, if it's we're crossing teams off that won't make the playoffs, yeah, that's probably safe. But I think they're a team that'll still be exciting and fun to watch down the stretch. But either way.
So we're gonna. I didn't think I was gonna add a team today, but I'm gonna add the Cardinals.
I think I did already, right?
You already did. So we still have the same list, except you have Cincinnati and I don't. And Thursday night vindicated me because boy, oh boy, was that fun to watch them actually be good again. You texted me. You were like, well, hold on. Let me read our text message. This is our text message thread on Thursday. Nick Brincks messages me out of the blue. Bengals getting Burrow. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Next message. Flacco. 2 asterisk signs. Next message. Wrong Joe. Laugh my ass off. Me replied, what's the difference? You replied, GIF. 0.
Yep. Hey, we weren't the only ones saying it, but when we watched Jake Browning suck for 1 and then 2 games, it's like the Bengals, you can still do something if you bring literally anybody else in.
They're 3-4.
And they bring in grandpa out of the nursing home that is the Cleveland Browns facility, and he goes out and plays like Joe Montana.
They're 3-4, and they play the fucking Jets on Sunday. I mean, they're absolutely
And
alive.
as we said, the AFC, half of the AFC is below 500, including them. So you just being 500 means you are a playoff team or the one playoff team that's above 500 but not in the playoffs. It's a low bar to clear. And Flacco, we saw him do it with Cleveland 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm. And look, I don't think Flacco's going to have this crazy burst. Like, I think he's only got a certain amount of time in him to be punchy. And then hopefully by the time he starts to get gamey is when Burrow is ready to come back.
Yeah.
In
He can
late
certainly
November,
keep the seat
December.
warm.
Exactly. But them, if they would have not gotten somebody, it would have been a disservice to the competitive balance of the league. Because trotting Browning out there weekly was malpractice. They go get Flacco, and then all of a sudden, holy shit. You know what's fun? Watching Jamar Chase get the ball thrown to him 23 times. That was fun. I had a great time.
As somebody who drafted him first overall in 2 leagues,
You and me both, bud.
very, very pleased. And I have Chase Brown in one of those leagues too, and he was even competent with over 100 rushing yards. Thank you very much.
Whomst would have thunk. All right. By Mageddon.
Oh, God, I haven't even looked at my fantasy teams, how that's going to suck this week.
It's going to be a nightmare. 6 buys. The only week with 6. Back-to-back Pumpkin Patch Sundays, question mark? The world is asking. Arizona, Detroit, Rams, Raiders, Jags, Seahawks, all on a bye. So, JSN owners, you're shit out of luck. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jahmyr Gibbs owners, you're shit out of luck. Rams, Puka, obviously he was hurt.
We were
today,
out of
but-
luck this week.
Exactly. All right, let's get things rolling. Thursday night. Interesting one. Double desperation game. The Minnesota Vikings travel to Los Angeles to take on the Superchargers.
Superchargers.
So, yeah, double desperation night on Thursday between Minnesota and LA. Mr. Brincks, the floor is yours.
Okay, I got to pull up my schedule again. I like to look at the... All right, there we are. Vikings, Chargers. Man, what happened to the Chargers? They looked legit the first 3 or 4 weeks, and now it's like... Man, Herbert looked kind of shitty.
Defense
Or
not as
games.
good. He was really good today in the second half, but their defense is bad now. Their
Yeah.
defense is not. Their defense has been getting exposed, and also their offensive line has been very depleted.
But yes, I will take Chargers. McCarthy was questionable this week, right?
I think so.
Was there
Yeah.
a consideration that he could have maybe been ready?
Right.
So that makes me think that maybe this next week he could be back.
Wentz was bad to start the game. I know we didn't talk about that game much. Wentz was bad to start the game, but he finished well.
Okay.
And I don't think I would be a bit shocked if they pulled. I would be shocked if they went back to McCarthy on a short week.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. So then I will go Chargers. Chargers 3.5.
You were really thinking about that one.
Well, I couldn't decide if I wanted to go 3.5 or 4.5. Usually when I think about it, you beat me because I went the wrong way.
Well, you got this one because I actually overcompensated. I said 4.5. It's 2.5. And I'm shocked.
Yeah, well, it's tied. So that's good. I made a good decision.
I'm shocked because I gave 4.5. I thought initially, I'd do 2.5 and 2.5 for 3. And I was like, no, we've seen all year a Thursday night bump in the spread for the home team, and this one doesn't have it. Like, I don't think I don't think these two teams are even on a power rating scale. I think the Chargers are slightly better, so I'm a little shocked that this is what the number is. But regardless, oh well, what do I
And
know?
the underdog has been winning on Thursdays, hasn't they? Haven't they?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
or at least a lot of primetime games, if not just Thursday.
The prime time has been good for the dogs this year. I mean, shit.
Were
Last,
they
I mean,
tonight? I don't remember who was favored.
last Monday, both dogs won. Niners were favored today, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, the prime time has been good for the underdogs. That's for sure. Uh, Sunday S tier. This is
I was gonna
this
say
is
I'm
one of those
looking.
weeks. This is one of
This
those
week
weeks.
wasn't very good. There was a
No, but
lot of
there was
shit in the
some.
noon window, at least. Like
There's
where
always
every
still some
game
good
had like
games.
a
Yeah.
1 or a 2-win team in it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm seeing. Oh boy,
It's not good.
there's really not a lot. If I had to guess, I'm gonna try to guess what your top game is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's. Hmm. I mean, honestly, I'm probably most excited for Giants Eagles to see if the Giants can do it again.
I am going to
But
be honest with you.
there's Cowboys Broncos, maybe.
If they would have won today, I would have strongly considered. I would have
Yeah,
strongly considered putting them in the S tier. What was that game you just guessed?
Cowboys Broncos.
That is the Sunday S tier game for this week.
Yeah, it's we're at the bottom of the barrel here in week 7.
It's
Week 8. Right? Yeah.
yeah, it's dicey, boys. By Mageddon mixed with just some really shitty team. Like the bottom of the league. The problem is this: the bottom of the league right now is a disaster, and when they don't play each other, they get filtered out and sprinkled like the Salt Bay guy throughout the rest of the league, and it makes all these games like Jurassic Park extravaganzas. The ass. Let me just put it this way, folks. The ass in Jurassic Park poop meme this week is big. There are 5 games in the poop meter. Special
JURASS. It's right in the name.
in all caps. In all caps. Just that part though. It's JUR lowercase ASS IC. So yes, Cowboys at Broncos Sunday S tier. And while you're thinking, I need to say Rain Dakota Prescott. Wait, this side? Right side? Left side? Right side. Left side.
Your heart is on the left.
Yeah.
Are you mirrored?
Yeah. This is the right side. The left side, but the right side.
The correct side.
Rain Dakota Prescott, you have my heart. What a fucking baller. He's so good. Oh my god. I love that guy.
Did it take you 7 seconds to figure out where your heart was, or was the mirror of the video just throwing you off?
No, I was just like, besides my heart on again.
Joe's over here, be like, "Oh my god, I don't have a pulse. Where's I don't have a heart. Where is it? Oh god, it's over here. I found it."
Like, which chest, guys?
Oh, that's funny. Oh, that gave me a good laugh.
So yeah,
He's not a doctor, ladies and gentlemen.
now here's a doc. Here's a guy who doesn't know what fucking side his ventricle's on. Oh, that blood's pumping somewhere,
good.
folks. But yeah, when Rain Dakota, hey, I'll tell you what. When Rain Dakota Prescott, I hope it's Rain. It looks like it's spelled Rain. It's Rayne. When Rain Dakota Prescott throws the football, I got blood pumping somewhere, and not all of it's going to my heart, people. Oh my god, he's so good. He's so good, bro. He's so fucking good.
Hey, we found out very quickly today that CeeDee was back.
Yeah.
Although I don't know if I've ever watched anybody run 30 yards to the end zone slower because there was nobody around. He
Bro,
didn't have to play. He
he
didn't have to
caught
turn
it,
the
broke the
Jets on.
tackle, and then was just like, I'm skipping in him, guy who's about to score a
Don't want to
touchdown.
injure myself again.
Yeah, it doesn't. Let's not pull the hammy. Let's coast into this one, boys. Oh man, yeah, Dak's really good at football, guys.
I'm gonna go
Anywho,
Broncos 1.5 here while we chat.
you're like fuck you, and I get this one. It is Broncos 3, and I said Broncos 2.5.
Okay.
So you have Dallas slightly above Denver in your power ratings. It's in Denver, and I was shocked when I wrote Denver. Honestly, I'm
Yeah,
gonna be.
maybe I
Can I be
shouldn't have.
honest with you? Can I be honest with you for a second?
Hmm?
When I wrote Denver 2.5, a part of me forgot this game was in Denver. And then all of a sudden I looked, I was like, oh, I fucked that up. And then I was like, whoa, I got it right.
There you go. Yeah,
Kinda.
yeah. I probably shouldn't have done that, but yeah, I think the Cowboys are pretty good. Broncos. I mean, they could be down 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter and they could win, and all day long be like, oh yeah, I had the right thought, but here they come, Bo Nix running them down.
No shit. Is Bo Nix the new run him down guy? And listen, their offense is good enough to be able to do stuff on the Dallas defense, you would imagine. Um, they played better today. That game will be fun. Really fun. Dallas on the road has been dicey though, so we'll see. Tough spot, but Denver just seems incredibly gettable. Um, and I think people say Denver's got the best defense. Like they don't. They don't, guys. And some of the touchdowns they gave up were incredibly stupid today. I'll tell you what, man. Man, Dallas's offense is legit as shit, bro. So that'll be fun. Unstoppable force, immovable object type shit. Next up, Happy Cat Dance. I'm stretching the limits a little bit with this one, but if they win tomorrow night, this is definitely worthy of being in this category. Plus, even if they lose, I mean, they're going to be at home and the game's going to have a desperate team in it. Niners at Texans.
Yeah, to me, the Texans feel like a team that they're starting to right the ship. I mean, the last 2 weeks, granted, it was the Titans and the Lamarless Ravens, but anytime you can go 70-10 in 2 weeks after your offense was asked to start, you might start thinking, okay, maybe they're getting it figured out.
Tomorrow night is the ultimate, hey,
Yeah.
show us game.
Yeah. Especially because Seattle's defense is really good.
Yeah, and it's in Seattle.
Yeah. They don't have to win for me to be like, Texans, okay, you're starting, I can see it. If they can put up points, or, if it's close, I'll think, because I think Seattle's really good.
Mm-hmm.
I think they should win. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, close loss isn't going to help them in the playoffs or anything, but I'll still think, okay, next week, yeah, they might be able to start doing things. But yeah, being at home. God, this is I'll take 49ers on the road, 2.5.
Wow. All right.
I wanted to go like Texans favored by 1.5 or 2.5 or something, but I'm like, there's no way that they can't be favored. It's not Browns Dolphins where somebody, you just got to give it to the home team because you feel bad for them.
Well, that's tough.
Because are the Texans favored? Are you going to tell me they're favored?
Listen, in my defense, in your defense, I said Niners 1.5. However, the Texans are favored by 1.5.
I should have just went with my first gut feeling.
He's in his head. He's in his head. Me actually being successful's got you all frizzled.
I know you wiped me along the floor last week. I got rug burns.
We're back. Oh boy. All right, next up.
I do better when I give you an early head start. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
I clean up on the poop, as we say.
Usually, you are the king of the shit. Like you fucking mop me. Though last week I think I
You
ran
you
away.
you ran the table last week.
Yeah, last week I
Front,
just kind of
back,
dominated.
middle. It was all Joe.
Side to side.
Side to side, back to back. It was you.
Mid but still watchable. Not every day you have a 1-5 team in here, but sometimes the circumstances call for it. Bears at Ravens. Ultimate turning point game. Because if the Bears win this game, it would be a very impressive win to go on the road for them to beat if Lamar plays.
Should he be back with the bye and everything? Are they
I
thinking he should be?
I'm just going to let you know that the spread is
I was
indicating that
going
he's
to
playing.
I was going to indicate I was going to plan on him playing
Mm-hmm.
and making my pick accordingly.
And I will say this too. The Bears, it's a hell of an opportunity because even though the Ravens are incredibly depleted on the defensive end and Lamar is kind of a wounded duck because let's be real folks, those hammies aren't nice to play with. The Bears have a chance to go into Baltimore next Sunday and officially end the Ravens season. And if they're the ones to do it, if they go in there and do it, that would be impressive regardless of the situation. But even for me, if they do it, I don't want to hear shit about Baltimore anymore. I don't give a fuck if who's back and whatnot. Like they're done. Like next week is Baltimore's season.
Because
So
yeah, they'd be what 1-6 if they lost.
yeah, 1-6. Like they're out. It's over. So if they lose next week, I'm crossing the Ravens off. Just want you to know that. So we have a fork in the road moment for next Sunday. So yeah, batten down the hatches, boys and girls. What you got?
I'm gonna go Ravens 2.5.
Interesting. Even with me telling you about them thinking Lamar is going to play in Baltimore.
I mean, to me, even before he got hurt, the Ravens weren't winning.
That's a very fair.
But
That's a
yeah,
very.
I probably should have gone higher on the Ravens.
That's a very fair assessment. So I said 6.5. It is 6.5.
Damn. Shit.
Um,
Yeah, I was way the fuck off. Damn, I have lost my mojo. Last week killed me. I just haven't gotten it back.
I just thought in my brain I was like, it's going to look really dumb that a 1-5 team over a 4-2 team who's won 4 in a row is going to be favored by almost a touchdown. But the Ravens with Lamar are that's like they're the
Especially
darling of the
about
power
as
ratings.
desperate as you can be needing a
They're the,
win. Like they have to be playing their best ball next week. So yeah, I get that. I got to recalibrate my thinking.
yeah, I think. I mean, I get it. Do I totally agree with it?
In a normal 4-2 on the road team versus a 1-5 team, my pick would be that would make a little more sense. But yeah, this is the Ravens we're talking. They should be better. They're just not.
Hold on 1 second. No, I agree. It's going to be interesting. It's a fascinating game. I think too much points, but we'll see. I think too much points.
I will throw this out there for those that have faith in Lamar and like a gamble. Lamar 30-1 MVP. If they make a run,
They just rip 10 in a row off.
not impossible. Not impossible. If you're feeling frisky, as the kids say. I mean, he leads the league and he has the highest passer rating in the league right now. He's missed 2.5 games ish. I don't think that'll disqualify you. If you miss more than that, you're probably done. But when Wentz, how many did he win? How many did he lose that year? Miss that year? Like 2? Well, it wasn't injury. No, it was injury. Yeah, duh. Big Dick Nick came in and Wentz got MVP that year, didn't he? Am I misremembering things?
When he got hurt?
Yeah.
He didn't. He was going to win MVP, but
okay.
it ended up going to Brady.
Okay. How many games did he miss?
The final month.
Okay, so it was more than 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
I think he got hurt when they were. He got hurt. They were like 9-4. No, I don't remember what their fucking
Okay.
record was. I think they're like 9-2, 10-2, and then he got hurt.
But
Um,
there's still a world. He's missed 2 games and he's still in the upper quarter of most passing stats, despite
no,
missing 2.
yeah.
So might be a gamble that someone might want to sprinkle.
Next up, mid but still watchable, Giants at Eagles. This game had a bit more luster on it before the Giants absolutely wet themselves down the stretch today.
It will be kind of funny if the Giants can win twice against the Eagles.
In the span
That
of
would be
fucking
like
13 or the span of like 11 days. Yeah.
that would be funny.
That would be pretty hilarious.
But yeah, I will take the Eagles at home, and I will go 5.5.
You're kidding. Okay. Wow. Okay, I got away with that one. We tied. I said 8.5. It is 7.
Oh, he so not even a half, not even a 7.5 or a
The
5.5 or 6.5, and we split her down the middle.
The old 1.5 points off each side stop tie.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I still think the Giants are punchy, and they've shown they can beat the Eagles. So I certainly wouldn't be surprised if they did it again. For all we know, they're going to blow a big lead. Well, we've got the Giants that are blowing big leads, and then the Eagles. Well, they also blow a big lead against the Broncos. They have that in common.
They were and that game was so funny today. It was like the Eagles have beat the shit out of the Vikings, but yet the Vikings had the ball with a chance to take the lead.
Yeah.
I was confused. And the NFL, man, it's weird. Next up, if Bryce Young doesn't play in this game,
I was gonna say,
ass.
the way you hesitated, I was like, this is gonna be Bills Panthers, because I was about to say this might be one of the only games with 2 above 500 teams. Who would have expected that?
Yeah. So okay, Buffalo, Carolina. It's in Carolina, and I'm just saying, if Bryce Young doesn't play, then obviously this game gets moved to the shit show. But regardless, if Bryce Young plays this game, it's going to be something. And I'll say this. Was it pretty? God, no. Did they put up stats? Absolutely not. But the Panthers went on the road and got an adult football win today by any means necessary. Even if it was against a shitty team, they were horrific on the road this year, and they were able to go on the road and win a football game. So I think at the end of the day, even though it was a shitty game and a very, very uninspiring victory, do you know what it was though, Nick? Progress. They are now 4-3. Whomst would have thunk they would be 4-3?
And I think that was the last time that the Jets will be favored this year.
Probably. Though that game did bounce back and forth all week, which we kind of predicted. We did predict that game would
last
bounce
week
back.
they were favored.
When we did guess the lines, the Jets were favored by 1.5. All right, Bills and Panthers. What do you got?
I'll take the Bills here. Six and a half.
Okay. Yeah, you got this one. I said 9.5. It is 7.5.
Were you expecting that's not including a Bryce Young game, or?
That's a great question because I don't even think I know. I was kind of trying to do a little bit of the best of both worlds. So I was thinking in my mind, if we knew Bryce Young was not playing, this game is probably at least 10 points because it's Andy Dalton. But also, I was thinking, okay, maybe there's a world where where the Bills are just still incredibly power rated, better than everybody else. So I kind of overcompensated for that. That was my thought process. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Okay.
Next, Jurassic Park poop meme. Ass, a lot of ass in this. First up, Miami and Atlanta. In Atlanta.
Oof. Let's see. We got a combined 16 points out of these two teams today.
That is correct.
Can we take Falcons still by like 16 and a half?
37.
Bajan will have no trouble getting to 100 yards of offense next week. Let's just say that. But yeah, I will take Falcons. I don't know. Does Las Vegas give up all faith in Miami and say, fuck it, make it a big one? Give us a big number. Falcons 5.5.
Oh wow, we got this one together. We tied it. It is 7.5 when we both said 5.5.
Okay. That makes sense. I think Vegas is like, all right, yep, we're done with them.
When you said a big number, I was like, is he going to bet like 10?
No, I was thinking like touchdown in that ballpark.
Okay. It is 3-1-2. Next up, Jets at the Bengals. Hold on to your nose, ladies and gentlemen.
Give me the Bengals. Got a competent offense finally.
That they do.
Six and a half.
Okay, I got this one dead on. It is 4.5.
Oh, shoot. Went the wrong way. Okay. I don't know how you watch a Jets game and be like, yeah, I feel confident saying that they could cover 4.5.
On the road, too. I think it's Vegas trying to temper expectations with Flacco.
Makes sense.
Next up, Browns at the Patriots. There's a lot of shit, folks. It's just sprinkled all over the place.
At least one of these teams are good.
That they are.
Browns whooped the Dolphins more than the Patriots did, though, so maybe they are better.
That's how that math works.
I'm going to go Patriots here. Six and a half.
All right, we tied. I said 7.5. It is 7. That is 2.
Neither of us ever skipped the half.
I've only put it like once or twice. It's a rare that we get 2 round numbers in the same week.
Yeah, and we tied on both by splitting it, not even picking the same number.
All right, next up, Bucks at Saints.
This is a game with all the hype on the Bucks. This is a game that they would lose.
Here's a game.
Whatever this Buccaneers line is that they're going to be favored by, this is the game where the Saints are going to be like, you know what? We're going to have your number. When Mike Evans was healthy, it was always a Lattimore just completely shuts him down game. But that being said, I will still take the Bucks. Five and a half.
I think I got this one completely right. And I did. It is 6.5.
Okay.
Okay. Lastly, but not leastly, in this set, Tennessee Titans on the road against the Indianapolis Colts.
This feels like it should be the biggest spread of the week. So
If
we're going to go.
If you don't get this one, you got to retire because I missed in a big way.
Well, the number that popped into my head, and I'm gonna roll with it. I'm gonna say Colts 11 and a half.
Okay.
And I don't want you to be like, oh, I got it.
What?
And I don't want you to be like, oh, I thought I blew it, but you still sucked even more than me, so I got it.
No, 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 no. You got this one all the way. It is. Oh boy. All right. I said 7.5. Okay. At home. Blah blah blah. Nick Brincks. It is Indianapolis favored by 14.5 points.
Is that the biggest of the year? Have we had
Uh,
anybody at 14 plus?
no, or we have yes. Bills were we had
The Saints
10
game?
Bills of the Saints. Yeah, Bills Saints was 16.5.
And the Saints almost won that game.
Uh,
Or at least had a shot.
most yeah, most of that game the Saints were recovering.
Yeah. Well, I think even at the end they recovered, right?
They did cover, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, 14.5. I was flummoxed.
I mean, I've talked about it before, but AFC South games feel like they're just unpredictable. So, is there a world where the Titans lose this by 3? Sure, I guess so. But yeah, I'll roll with mine.
The Titans are that yeah, man. It's bad. They're like a negative in the power rankings world. They're like a negative power ratings team. Sunday night. What a doozy this is. Packers at Steelers.
I'm
It,
excited for this one.
the only thing that would make it better, honestly, is if the game was in Green Bay.
Yes, 100%. It would be amazing to see Aaron Rodgers come back in to Lambeau Field. I don't think he'd be as hated as Brett Favre was when he came back wearing a purple jersey that one game.
It'd be very interesting because
But yeah,
Favre got
that would have been great.
barbecued
Yeah.
when they played in Green Bay.
But yeah, I mean, I think it was just time. Whereas he didn't go play for their biggest rival. So
Right.
I think it would be a little warmer of a reception. Would have loved to see it there.
While
But
teasing at retirement 42 times
yeah.
and then embezzling money allegedly from Mississippi impoverished families. Anywho, Packers and Steelers.
After what, 2 or 3 weeks, we were like, oh yeah, the Packers, they might be the best team in the league.
Far from it now.
Boy, last 4 weeks have done a number on their image, struggling to beat the Cardinals, led by Jacoby Brissett, losing to the Browns, etc. That said, I don't know. I think I make the Steelers a favor here. I'm gonna just power rate them equal. I'm gonna go Steelers 2.5.
Okay. I said Packers 3.5, and it is Packers by 3.
Jesus, I am fucking terrible. I don't know what happened to me. I cannot win this game worth a shit anymore. Well, you know what? I like Steelers plus here. That'd be my side.
Yeah, honestly, this is where you can go make your money. He's back. Safe to say I've clinched the week.
It'll be January 7th, and Joe Winkel has outgained Nick 134 to 17 over the last 10 weeks.
Oh, he's on a massive run. All right, next up, last one, Monday night, Commanders at Chiefs. Commander in chief. Get it? Get it? Get it? Big name. Love the name. Won't get your stuff unless you make them the Redskins again. Big guy. Jaden Daniels, big, beautiful guy. Can't stay healthy. That Bill Krosky Bear, we always have called him Bill. I remember 12 years ago, I saw him as a child. I said, Bill, You're gonna do great things, Bill. We all called him Bill. That's why they call him it now.
Well, hey, if anybody knows how to make phone calls to 12-year-olds, it's probably him.
Wow, got
And on that
him.
note,
Hey, he's
oh,
out here.
hey, Bill, got any sisters? Let's see here. We'll go Chiefs. Let's see.
You're a fucking dirty dork. Huzinga.
Let's see. Chiefs. Man, this pick is tough because it's like, do you expect Daniels to play? Do you not? That probably makes a big difference. Although we know that when Marcus Mariota plays against the Chiefs, good things happen. Like catching your own touchdown pass, for example, or knocking them out of the playoffs.
I mean, in fairness, that happened in the same game.
Hell yeah. Good things happen, man.
Good thing happened, but yeah, it works.
Um, Chiefs, 6.5. I'm probably baking in that he won't play.
Didn't go far enough, but also too, it wouldn't have mattered because I fucking nailed it. Kansas City minus 9.5.
Okay.
We are on fire. 1, 2.
There's
3,
no we
4,
about it, Joe.
5, 6, 7. He said there's no we about it. 1, 2, 3. For the first time in a long time, I have the outright lead. Let's go.
Dun, 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 dun.
Ties were 1, 2, 3. Oh my. What a time to be alive. 30, 20, 31. Okay. Tied. 3, 3, 2. Look at us go. That'll fun times at Ridgemont High. All right. I'm sorry, bro. I don't mean to like. I'm just trying to feel myself. You know what I'm saying?
You're feeling yourself all right.
I am. I'm going to go like 0 for 12 in a few weeks. It's okay. All right. That's going to do it for tonight's show. We've all been good. We've all been great. Thanks for hanging out with us. Subscribe to the Substack, forfrequencysake.substack.com. Brinksy, any final fun words to parse us with for the rest of the night?
Joey Logano didn't win today, so I'm happy that there is a much bigger chance that he will not be in the Final Four this year.
Who choked worse, the Giants or Hendrick Motorsports today?
They had a very bad last lap.
A very bad,
very bad day
mile
overall.
and a half. Huh? What?
And very bad overall because Bowman had an issue and Chase Elliott finished last. So yeah, Talladega went literally about as bad as it possibly could have without all 4 cars being wrecked.
Not all-timer disaster zone.
If you would have told Rick Hendrick before the race, 3 of your 4 cars will be spotless today, and you're not even going to crack the top 20, he'd probably be like, "The fuck you talking about, man?"
Yeah, because didn't Elliott have like a mechanical break? Or
No, he was in the one big crash of the day.
Okay.
Big-ish crash, not as big as some. Overall, pretty good race. I enjoyed it.
I was a little more dialed in today to the F1 race than for racing purposes. So, like, I was the Bears game. Once the Bears game was kind of no longer in question, I started dialing into the F1 race, and that got dicey. Max Verstappen, he is getting his Trevor Lawrence on right now, by the way. He is.
Oh, I did hear that he's cut like 60 points or something off the lead.
He has cut the lead. He's been in third for the last few months, but he has cut the lead from 99 to 40 over the last 2 months. And there are now 5 races to go. 2 of them are sprint weekends, and he is a fucking live dog to win the title, which would be his 5th in a row. With a legitimate fucking dump truck he's driving with cardboard fucking boxes as tires. Like it's they've made upgrades, but the Red Bull has been a disaster. And if he wins this title, it'd be one of the most impressive feats I've ever seen anybody in racing. Like if he fucking pulls this shit off, bro, he's one of one. I don't give a shit.
Wait. It's possible to have an entertaining championship battle
I
without a
know.
playoff system? I didn't think that was possible.
Hey man, did you see the drama that 2021 Formula One caused? It almost broke the world. People are still pissed off about that.
I mean, didn't they kind of I didn't follow F1 very much then, but didn't they basically wouldn't that be like NASCAR saying, "All right, caution came out on the last lap, but we're going to say there's a green white checker anyway." Isn't that kind of what F1 did? Like they should not have restarted the race, but they did anyway. That's how I interpreted it.
The guy crashed with about 5 laps to go. They cleaned it off. They cleaned the track off. The problem is that they have to usually they allow a lap. By the time they were coming to the white flag with when the crash got cleaned up. Usually they allow a lap to let all of the lap cars through. In this instance, the F1 director he said we're not going to do the extra lap. He said we're just going to allow the lapped cars between Hamilton and Verstappen through. So those two could race for the final lap for the title.
So there was something where it's like, this is unconventional, but we're going to do it anyway.
It was very unconventional.
Yeah, okay.
I think people lost their shit way too much. Like, the problem is when you have in F1 Twitter is incredibly toxic place. There's just too many like stands to actually think rationally. But I think the rational point was it a little fucked up? Yes. At the end of the day, it was car racing, as the old F1 director who got fired for doing that said. We went to motor racing. We went car racing, Toto. While Toto's screaming, "No, Michael, no!" This is the engineer, or this is the team principal for Mercedes, losing his shit when this has happened. "No, Michael, no, it's not right." And then the fucking race director, Michael Massey, comes over the fucking radio and goes, "Toto, they went car racing. This is a motor race. We went car racing." Fucking, he's just crazy.
Nice.
Absolute savage. So yes, it is possible to have a legitimately exciting championship.
At least, I will say, having Hamlin and Briscoe through, I think they are both very worthy championship 4 contenders. So at least we are guaranteed to have 3 100% legitimate Final 4 contenders and a really good chance at having all 4 being, I mean, anybody not named Joey in the Final 4, I will say is a worthy Final 4. Yeah, I will say probably like
If it would be, I just thought of this.
Blaney would be the one that I think he's still worthy of getting there.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's going to be him or Bell. It's just a year where there's like I'd say maybe 6 guys are kind of at that upper-est echelon, and you can only take 4. So someone's going to be sad.
I followed the Winston Cubs points guy on Twitter, and it is Christopher Bell leading the championship, and Chase Briscoe 17 points behind him. And then everyone else after that is like 200 points back.
Yeah, and I appreciate all of that.
I know it was totally different then.
I would love a format that goes back to mostly that, but just reward winners more and just
Hmm.
no points resets and all that. But the thing I don't like about looking at those is you can't compare how they would race
Hmm.
under a system because like with Byron or like Larson for example, he ran out of gas on the last lap. They pitted with 20 laps to go. Like if it's a full season championship and you know you like he knew he has a point cushion, he can maybe go race and get the win. If he stays in the pits half a second less, he's got a better chance of winning. But if he cares about the points and knows, hey, if I win this race or if I finish fifth, if I get, if I have a good day, I'm not chancing it. I'm filling it up as much
Hmm.
as possible. And like he doesn't run out of gas if he's not worried, if the point system's different. So he threw away 20 spots there and stuff like that. So
I hope the
everybody
final,
races. A lot of things play out differently, but I would much rather we go back to something along those lines.
just so we get it on record, I hope the two guys that get by next week are Bell and Larson. If I had to have a perfect world,
For
the
the
final.
drama, that will be the least. That'll make it the least chaotic of race if it's those two that get through because they have such a big point gap over fifth. Which means if there's not a winner of like Byron, Blaney, Logano, Elliott, that race will have no drama, which is fine. It doesn't need
I
to be.
think honestly,
In NASCAR's format, they want game sevens to happen more than every 7 games. That's why they do this. So I would love it if they have this game 7 moment before another game 7 moment
I
that
remember
just
you
falls
meant that.
completely flat.
Honestly, I kind of hope so, especially after last year, the bullshit that happened at Martinsville,
Yeah.
the
Now,
shenanigans with all the manufacturers that basically were trying to cheat. So I hope that that doesn't happen again.
yeah,
So if
it'll
everything is
definitely
cool, calm and
it'll de-
collected, like Christopher Bell wins and Kyle Larson is 30 fucking points above the cut line, perfect timing.
yeah. If those two throughout the day will obviously be battling each other for as many points, so I think they'll both go out and uh granted there's not going to be very much strategy for, like Talladega and things like that where you can, if a late caution comes out, are you going to stay out for stage points or whatever? Like I think they're going to do all they can to get as many stage points as they can if given the opportunity to try to separate themselves from each other
Yeah,
because
because couldn't
if
they?
somebody does win, one of them will not make it. And so
Right.
you need to have a cushion over the other guy that right now is a 1 point cushion.
And really quickly too, couldn't how they're up 37 and 36 points on fifth place.
Hmm.
At what point would at what point would they be automatically locked without being caught? Barring a winner. What do they have to get to?
The most points you can get in a race without winning is 55.
Okay, so they would need some they would still
So if
need
you
like
have a
Byron and
50
them to
if you
be
have a
like 20 points better.
56 if you have a 56 point lead,
Hmm.
you are 56 points at the beginning of the race, and then as stages go on, there are fewer points available. So like
Right.
if they can get 20 stage points, all of a sudden you can pretty much finish like 30th or better or whatever it comes out to. Um, I don't envision a scenario unless one of them crashes out. That's the
Hmm.
only scenario that the other one can clinch because you're just not going to know. Now, if it's 10 laps to go and all four of the guys that need to win are outside the top 10 or outside the top 5, and there's no chance that they're going to win, like they're going to be feeling pretty good. But
Hmm. Gonna be interesting regardless. All right.
I'll quickly rank the guys that I think could win.
Hmm.
Blaney first, Byron second, Logano third, Chase fourth. They're all
Oh
good at Martinsville.
yeah.
They all can win, so that will definitely create some drama. And if there is a chance that there's can't rule out that that's the top 4 on a late restart.
No
And
kidding.
oh god, imagine that. That would be crazy.
Oh, the humanity. All right. Well, we did it. We did it well. Thank you for hanging out with me as always, my friend. I really appreciate it.
You bet.
Time for bed. All right. Thanks as always, everybody, for hanging out with us. This has been the Educated Ignorance Podcast. If you ain't got your game, you best to pass the sticks. Nick, good job by you, buddy.
We'll see you next week.
We're out, y'all. Peace.